YouTube. Welcome back to another Hands-Free Friday edition of Live Long and Freeze Dry. Today we're going to do some fruit. We're going to do some apples and we're going to do some blueberries. And we'll start by getting our apples peeled up. Been on a fruit freeze drying kick here lately. Got back from deer camp a couple of weekends ago, and I had taken some apples and bananas, freeze-dried product, down to camp with me, and those boys just tore it up. So not only do I have to replenish my pantry stock, I got some orders. My brother's kid out in Illinois, he wants a couple bags of the freeze-dried apples. My sister in Massachusetts is going to be getting some of the apples as well. And of course, they've all wanting the freeze-dried candy too. They just went through, oh my God, a huge bag of Skittles just in a weekend. I think this is one year they probably went through more candy and fruit than they did booze, which is probably a good thing. It was a successful hunt. Two of the nephews got bucks, and I came home with two nice big venison hearts and livers, and those have been processed down and then run through the freeze dryer. So I've got plenty of stuff to make some more puppy powder. And if you haven't seen that video, you may want to check it out. It's just a dog food supplement that I make with liver, basically any good protein. And then I use sweet potatoes and pumpkin, kale, spinach, nice green vegetables, and just add a scoop of that on the dog's food every morning, a couple tablespoons maybe. And notice a big difference with the way they're reacting, and their fur not shedding as much. The only downside is that they come in the bedroom about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, and they're ready for breakfast. And I think a lot of that has to do with how much they love their puppy powder. So we're going to get these apples peeled up. Good time of year to get apples. They're harvested and prices are pretty low. So I ordered up some of these Cosmic Crisp. They're a crunchy apple. The flesh of the apple is pretty solid, and they freeze dry really well. There for a while I was doing apple rings, and I had figured a way to slice them up and then remove the cores. It wasn't too bad. But recently I've just been putting them through the apple slicer here and making wedges, and work just as well. Trick is to get them done, get them covered, and get them into the freezer to pre-freeze before they go into the Blue Alpine, so they don't turn all brown. But there we go. We've got 7 of the apples peeled. Move on to the coring. It doesn't matter if you like apple skin. Nothing wrong with leaving the apple skins on the apple. It freeze dries just fine, and doesn't really affect the flavor much, as far as I can tell. But we'll get all of these cored real quick. Now these slices are a little thicker than I would like, so I'm going to take the knife and I'm going to split them. And then, we'll do that, and we'll arrange them on the trays. Might even sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon on them. I hope everybody's excited and ready to have a great Thanksgiving. Later on today, I'm going to debone a couple of turkeys. We'll stuff one of them, and the other one we'll just wrap because one of the relatives is gluten intolerant, and so we don't want to have them feel left out. So I'll debone 2 turkeys, stuff one, put them in the cooking bags, the bacon bags, and then we will throw one in the oven in the morning. We'll throw one in the roasting pan, and we'll have them ready to go. I think for us, Thanksgiving dinner is going to be around 3:30, something like that. Okay. Now you could probably put these in here just fine like they are. I like to be as economical in running my machine as possible, so you do know that I have seen that products that are thinner freeze dry quicker, and more efficiently, so that when you open it up after it's run, it's time, and you check it, you'll see that once in a while, if you've got a thicker piece in there, it might have a cold spot, and so you'll have to add more time to your run. It's happened a few times, nothing huge. Ran a batch of fruit here the other day, and there was just one cold spot on one tray, so I just added about 4 hours, walked away, and went back, and sure enough, mTORs had dropped way down, and when I took everything back out, it was good. It was good to go. I'll set this one tray over here. Now, after I get these apples all processed and put on the trays, one of the things I've been noticing on several of the other freeze dry channels that's on YouTube is blueberries. And the thing with the blueberries is that you have to puncture the berries. You have to perforate the skin in order for them to be able to release, to release the moisture, to release the water from inside the product. And, of course, you've got these things you can go buy online for $50. Looks like somebody wrapped a porcupine around a hairbrush and put it on a roller. And, yeah, I don't have that kind of disposable income. So, going through the cupboard drawers the other day, cleaning things out, getting things kind of, people have spring cleaning. I have fall cleaning. So, making rooms in the cabinets, making rooms in the drawers, and I found this, and I'm going to show you how great this is for piercing the blueberries and getting them on the trays really quickly. Another Apple product that I use and do a lot of is applesauce. I'll take applesauce and some of the Kirkland's granola, the stuff you can get at Costco, and mix those up, put them either into little silicone trays. Make like a 2x3 or 2" by 4" rectangle kind of cube thingy looking, and those are great snacks. They're like granola bar that actually tastes good. A little bit of cinnamon or a little bit of brown sugar sprinkled on top, and just comes out really good. One of these days, maybe I'll make a video on that. Although, I mean, it's making the videos, it's like, you know, oh, he's freeze drying stuff. Sounds, what am I doing? I'm cutting up stuff, throwing on a tray, and the machine's doing all the work. I'm at this because I want food security. I don't want to get stuck not having when, you know, something goes wrong. Okay, let's go ahead and put some covers on these. Stackable Blue Alpine covers that I got about a month ago. They are awesome. Okay, apples are on the tray. Next thing we're going to do is the blueberries. And here we go. Get this deal here, and basically it's stab it in there. When it gets filled up, rake it off on the tray. I've done, this will be the third batch of blueberries I've done with this. Amazing. I was trying before using a shish kebab skewer, and yeah, that was tedious. You know, if there's a couple hundred berries in here, and you're having to pierce every one singly, you know, one at a time, that's just, well, it's too much work. Okay, a little piece of stem in there. But this is just so simple. Becky says that this is for slicing onions or tomatoes or something. Nah, it's for piercing blueberries with the freeze dryer. And you probably got one sitting in a drawer somewhere anyway. So don't be blowing $100 on some crazy roller thing. You know, unless you're just one of these guys that wants every little tool in a box. Oh, and when these things come out of the freeze dryer, they're amazing. I mean, just, they're a little bit tart, and you get that little blueberry flavor going on. But when they come out of the freeze dryer, for some reason, whatever sugar that is in them is extremely concentrated, and they are just delicious. You can sit down in the evening and watch a movie, or catch up on your reading, or listen to a podcast, or go check out that nut on Live Long and Freeze Dry and see what he's up to. Have a little bowl of these things sitting next to you. Delicious. And blueberries are supposed to be wicked good for your health, too. I read something about that the other day. They're supposed to be good for your brain health. Something in them that, phenols or something. It's supposed to be really good for you. And I'm all for partaking of things that are good for me as long as they taste good. It's like, you're not going to catch me with cod liver oil anytime soon. Okay, so all the fruit, all the berries have been pierced, the apples have been peeled and cut, and everything's got a cover on it. This stuff is going to go into the downstairs freezer, and it's going to stay in there till tomorrow afternoon. Before we go over to the kids' house for Thanksgiving, I will take and chuck it into the Blue Alpine and get it freeze dried, which would probably take till Sunday night, Monday morning. And then when I pull them out, we'll come back, we'll show you what they're like, and taste test them for you right there on screen. So I will catch up with you guys later. Okay guys, it's about 3 o'clock on Thursday morning. You get the fruit that we did yesterday on into the freeze dryer, and yes, I did go ahead and put some cinnamon on the apples. hopefully these will be done tomorrow morning. Because I think the total dry time is about 22 hours. With the fruit, they do a 2-stage process. I think it's 5 hours for the primary process and then 17 for the dry. Okay, hit the fruit cycle. Gonna have 4 hours of freeze time, 5 hours of dry at 30, and then, like I said, 17 hours at about 115 degrees for the tray temperature. So we're gonna let this run its course. I'm gonna go catch a little more sleep before we get up and start cooking for Thanksgiving dinner, and we'll catch you guys again when this is all done. Hey YouTube, we're back. Machine's showing 19 minutes left on the fruit run, but my mTORs are down to 760 and the temperature is up where it's supposed to be. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll pause the cycle. We'll equalize the pressure by opening the drain valve here. Get some lights on it. So, oh yeah, oh yeah. Go ahead and kick that over to defrost. You can see how the product looks. Just take one of these here and they just snap. They weigh nothing and they taste incredible. Okay, with the apples, you want to get them bagged up or boxed up quickly, because just the humidity in the air can be enough to start turning them, making them soft and mushy again. I mean, they don't go bad or anything, they just turn into more of a fruit leather than a freeze-dried apple. And personally, I prefer the freeze-dried apple texture over the fruit leather texture. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can't, yeah, course up. It's the great thing about live videos, it just, you never know when it's gonna fail. I do like the Blue Alpine silicone mats because you can roll them up like this. Makes it a little easier to transfer your product to the bag. And I get these bags on Amazon. I do buy a lot of bags from Blue Alpine. Their bags are a lot heavier, a lot tougher, and I use those for meal situations where the item's going to be in long-term storage. These apples will get used up in the next couple of months, and so the Amazon bag is fine for that purpose. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. We did have turkey and all the fixings with the kids yesterday, and there were some leftovers. I brought home some turkey and dressing leftovers, and those are now in the freezer on trays, pre-freezing for tomorrow's run, where I will run them through the freeze dryer, and I might make a video on that so you can see how that works out. The apple slices that were in the Mylar bag are going to Nick, my nephew. The ones in the jar will be here for the house. We've got a lot of them in jars. Oh my goodness. Granddaughters will be over in a couple of weeks doing the dog sitting for us. And so I'll have plenty of these for them to snack on while they're here. And the blueberries are going with us to Texas for my granddaughter's first birthday. We took her raspberries last time we went, and she really likes them. So I thought we'd try blueberries this time. And the texture on the blueberries when they've been freeze dried, it's kind of like the berries in the Captain Crunch. Not as big, but they've got that same texture, and the flavor is way more concentrated in the freeze dried blueberry. Just so good. So that run got us a 2-quart Mylar bag of the apple slices, jar of the apple slices, and the 2 trays of blueberries got us a quart jar of freeze-dried blueberries, and we'll put them up here on the shelf with the rest of our goodies. Great thing about glass jars, you don't have to label them. Well, I guess unless you put in like mashed potatoes and freeze-dried, powdered milk, that kind of thing. But really good stuff. Glad you guys came along for the ride. If you enjoy the content, please leave a like. Think about subscribing. It helps me out a lot. We'll leave you with that. Got the machine in defrost. And the next one will be throwing the leftover turkey in the freeze dryer. Take care. Thanks for coming to see us here at Live Long and Freeze Dry.